Awesome date. July 256.
Yeah, 256.
July 18th. Awesome topic. A whole lot of other stuff. This is the OSMcast. Hi, folks, and welcome to the OSMcast. I'm Basil.
I'm Eric.
I'm nobody.
And that's us. So, sorry about missing that week. Things happened. Stuff occurred. And, of course, you know that by now. So we thought, in this week's episode, we're going to catch up on all the awesome things that we sort of missed out on.
Basically, the past couple of weeks have just been so awesome that there have just been so many amazing things coming out that we compiled them all into one giant OSMcast.
And we've done that here for you today.
So, without further ado, catching up on the World of OSM. First off, Chrono Trigger DS!
Yes!
Woo! After forever, Square Enix decided that, we haven't did a port of Chrono Trigger in forever. Let's do one. And so they've done it for the DS.
Oh man, Basil linked me a copy of just a little web page that just had the clock ticking. And I was sitting there looking at the clock ticking for a while going, what? What is this? Why am I looking at this clock ticking? I don't get it. What's it counting down to? And then suddenly it dawned on me. It dawned on me like pure joy and glee bursting through my soul.
When you turned the volume on?
Yeah, when I turned my speaker volumes on, and I recognized the clocks at last. Oh, I love you, Chrono Trigger.
Right now, actually, while we're recording this, E3 is going on. The Electronics Entertainment Expo. Or at least what's left of it.
What's left of it, yeah, after the vultures carted a lot of it away.
And apparently, Internet superstar Jeremy Parrish did a preview of it. He said it's pretty much it's Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo with the PlayStation cutscenes.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Well, I don't know about the PlayStation cutscenes, but just being Chrono Trigger, like knowing the fact that they didn't try and go muck it up any.
Like, apparently the translation is pretty much the same translation for the Super Nintendo with only some mild edits. It's got all the gameplay. Apparently it's obvious that it's actually being not just like emulated, but it's actually being developed for the DS as far as coding goes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I know they're supposed to add some touchscreen improvements. I think we get one new dungeon.
Yeah, well, apparently what it is that they're, much like Final Fantasy IV is for the DS, the bottom screen is pretty much just for ease of use. Like, it's where you can input your attack commands and stuff, where all the actual stuff happens on the up screen. So it's not like you're not having to, like, draw scribbles to make Chrono attack or anything. It's just to help facilitate playing the game.
Like, if I want to play it with the stylus, I can.
Yeah, like, you can move people with the stylus, or you can use the D-pad. It's just whatever you want to do, which is the way, Chrono Trigger should be on the DS.
Oh, Chrono Trigger. I'm so happy that we're getting to see this game again. But I'm even more happy that they're coming out with new Slayers.
Oh, yes. They recently started airing Slayers Revolution.
If you guys don't know what Slayers is, you're fools. Slayers is the best anime ever made, ever, by anyone of all time, and they're making a new series of it. Oh,
That's
man,
not
it's so...
Or GTO.
No. Slayers is the best. You people don't know.
But it's really good. They're off to find a new sword for Gowry, because his poor Kurt sword just can't keep up.
Yeah, in the new series, he'll randomly just use his sword. Because it's not the Sword of Light, and it's an actual physical sword, it'll break, and he'll have to pull an anvil out from hammer space, apparently, and fix his old sword.
But luckily a Pokemon shows up that has a Sword of Light.
No, it's totally a Digimon, I'm telling
Pokemon.
you. It's a Digimon.
It's totally a Pokemon. Professor Oak must have shoved that Sword of Light in there.
Yes, in the new series, they have added a cute animal mascot. I guess ever since Pokemon, they can't make an anime without one, so... It's about time Lena and crew had one. Zelos just wasn't cute enough, though he is so cute.
He's not very cute, though. He's got, like, 4 arms, and he's kind
No,
of...
he's got 2 arms and ears that just happen to have appendages attached to them.
Ears that are actually hands.
Which he uses as his hands more often than his actual arm limbs. And he can also cast the Dragon Slave, which is...
Well, as far as magic goes, he seems to be pretty even standings of Lena so far.
Well, no. He was even standings with her
until he pissed her off.
Yeah, until on the normal level, like when she was just casting spells. When she decided to start like really getting serious, she blew him away.
Well, someone at our little anime club that we go to came up with a theory, which I know is wrong, but I still think it's a really great theory, and that this little thing is the incarnation of all of Lena's sins. I think that would be a wonderful, great twist.
It's way too small for
No,
that.
I think he's just ornery.
Because it does have Lena's personality. You can cast Lena's spells. So I'm a little bit disappointed. We've seen up to episode 2, and Zelos still hasn't appeared yet. I'm waiting. I was promised Zelos to be the main character of this series in the Japanese scanlations that I read.
No, you didn't.
I saw a magazine cover where Zelos claimed he was the main character, and then Lena beat him.
Well, there you go.
Moving
But
hastily along.
It's only 2 episodes in, but so far it looks to be it's a good Slayers show.
It really is. All the character interaction's still there. They got all the original voice actors back. It's really great. Yes.
They're all
Yay!
back.
New songs! Which
Yes.
I was almost more happy for. The new Slayers was new Megumi Hashibara songs.
But now on to the video game side of things, and there's lots of them. First off, Rock Band 2.
Rock Band 2! Okay.
Rock Harder.
Yeah.
Is that the actual subtitle
No,
for it?
we're just making that up. No, but Rock Band 2 is officially announced. I guess if you didn't think there was a Rock Band 2 coming, you were kind of stupid. But not only do we have that, we know that there'll be a special program you'll be able to buy. I think it's supposed to be under $5.
Right.
That will allow you to transfer most, I think it's like 95% if I remember reading the forums, the guy on the forums right, of your Rock Band 1 songs to your Xbox 360 so that you don't have to swap discs all the time. There will be over 80 songs on it, and it's a great song list.
84 songs.
84 songs. Not only that, I read somewhere that there's going to be like 20 free download content songs.
The original plan was to have over 100 songs in the list, but they couldn't fit that many on the disc.
They just ran out of
room. So they were like, okay, we'll just put the 20 songs we were planning on as free DLC.
Yeah, so you basically get over 100 songs when you buy Rock Band 2.
And the song list is really nice.
Really good. I mean, just AC/DC, Alice in Chains, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Beastie Boys. Man, I name a band that's probably on Rock Band.
Except for Cake.
We're very sad because Cake was supposed to be on Rock Band 2, but it is not.
Maybe it's one of the 20
Maybe
songs.
it's one of the 20 download
I'm hoping,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it's going to see improvements, like they've worked some of the kinks out in all the some of the instruments.
For example, the drums are now wireless. They have a velocity sensor, are quieter, and has a metal drum pedal rather than the plastic drum pedal that we got.
Thank God.
Have you seen the Ion set?
Oh, yes, the $300 actual electronic drum kit.
Oh, we're so getting that.
We're not getting
We're getting that. I don't care. You can't afford that. I'm getting it.
Well then, we'll have a review for you later when it releases.
It also includes, still on drums, a drum trainer to teach you to actually play the drums as part of the program on Rock Band 2.
You don't see nobody's face lighting up, but I do.
Oh man, I need to get a real drum set. Play in an actual band. That would be awesome.
Then, what else was there on there?
There's on the neck of the guitar.
Oh yeah, the new.
It has a sensor that will actually calibrate. So whatever screen you've got, you can just use the guitar to calibrate it, so you don't have to worry about...
Yeah, plasma lag. Like, none of the plasma lag that we had at the Rock Band tournament.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that, at least for the guitar.
Like, there is now World Tour for everybody.
Yep.
Like, even single player, you can now do the World Tour mode with a set band and everything. Also, any of your characters, before you had to make a singer character, or a drummer character, or a guitarist character, Now it's all one character can do everything.
Yeah, one character can do everything, which clears up the really stupid problem of this character can't play the band leader position here. Create a new character if you want to go through the single player mode.
They've also set up only like the main band leader can completely exit out of the screen, so no matter how much you screw up, unless you're the person in charge, screws up, you don't have to worry about going back to like screens or anything.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really neat.
A lot more customization options. Speaking of on the Rock Band avatars, I know there's supposed to be more hair, more tattoos, more clothing, more
like a lot more hats.
Like
bandanas.
hats, finally hats.
There's a couple of hats in Rock Band, but there's a lot more hats in Rock Band too.
I don't remember.
There's
any
a
hats.
lot of really good custom. Yeah, when you go to change your hairstyle, like there's not any hats to have straight off, but when you go in to change your hairstyle after you've already made the character, they have some options with hats. Not a lot. It's only like 2 or 3.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But a lot more in Rock Band and 2. And it looks like it's going to be really awesome. Not quite so revolutionary as Rock Band was, but since Rock Band was so revolutionary...
Yeah, it's kind of a refinement of... I mean, I don't want to say that they're screwing over their Rock Band 1 customers because they're not, but I do have to say that if you were ever thinking about getting into Rock Band, then wait for Rock Band 2 because the instruments are supposed to be better, there's more songs, there's, the Rock Band 2 is the refined version of Rock Band 1.
Well, I would wait and buy the Rock Band 2 equipment, like to buy that guitar, buy that drum set, but I would go ahead and pick up a copy of Rock Band 1 because of the ability to port over the songs.
Well, yeah, if you buy Rock Band and you like it, obviously you should go buy the first game so you can get all those songs. But
yeah, and it's like at first we were like, why could they release a patch? But with all these rock games already coming out, in order to stay afloat in the video business, you had to put out a new game. And I just don't think they had a choice but to do this.
Oh, I'm fine with them putting out a new game. Like I said, I am kind of sad that there was obviously all these improvements they've done. But then again, if they hadn't released Rock Band 1, they wouldn't know to put these, like the drum pedals that break every time, so they had to make metal ones.
There also are plenty of refinements in this one that I really think it justifies being a new product.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many just little tweaks and things to make it nicer.
And 100 songs for $60, come on.
Yeah. Even if nobody wasn't going to buy the NS drum kit, I would still be going out and buying the Rock Band 2 drum kit.
Yeah, I'm buying the fancy drum kit.
Also, in video game news, apparently, they have in fact put fatalities in DC versus Mortal Kombat.
We did say when we were talking about DC versus Mortal Kombat, we were kind of making fun of them a little because there were going to be any fatalities, and this has been corrected. What it is that DC villains and Mortal Kombat characters in the game will have fatalities. DC heroes will have alternate ending attacks called brutalities, where they beat the shit out of you, but they don't actually actively kill you.
Which was like in Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah,
so.
which, I'll take that.
Now I want to see her some babalities.
Yeah, babalities. I'd take that.
Where they smother you with their boobs?
No, babalities. Like babies.
Babies.
They turn them babies.
They turn them into
I
babies.
was thinking babe, like hot. And the people couldn't see me jiggle my boobs there, but I did.
Well, I would totally take that. I was referring to the babies. Or even friendships.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah, friendship was awesome.
Also this week, I don't have it listed, but like we said, is E3. And so you've gotten to see the various press conferences of all the big three, and good job, Microsoft.
Microsoft finally dumping a dump truck full of money big enough on Square Enix's door to
obtain Final Fantasy 13.
They get the real sequel. No more we'll build you an RPG. No more we'll make this side story exclusive. No, Microsoft finally said we want the real deal and got it.
I'm very excited about this because this means that I don't have to buy a PlayStation 3.
It's true, and
unless Rock Band Japan only works on it. I mean.
No, you can always, for the same price, you can buy a Japanese 360. I have a friend of mine who's doing it, actually.
That's true.
He wants all the, shoot 'em ups and stuff. I also want the Tatsunoko versus Street Fighter, or Capcom versus Tatsunoko.
I don't think it's going to come to home. That's maybe even been announced for Japan homes, has it?
I bet it's going to be, it's Capcom, it's going to be on 360.
Wait, can I buy the cool, awesome drum set for cheaper than I can buy the PlayStation 3?
Yes.
Oh, man.
About $100.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to buy a PlayStation 3.
Well, wait, are you buying the extra symbol?
Yeah.
Are you going to buy the third symbol? Okay, still yes, but it's only like $20 instead of $100 cheaper.
PlayStation 3 drum set.
But Why would you want a jump set for the PlayStation 3
No,
anyways?
she was saying... No,
Oh.
never mind.
With the same money.
The same money that she was going to
Oh.
buy PlayStation 3, she's now going to just buy it.
No. It would have been called Nobody's Final Fantasy Machine. Like that's the only game we would have for
No,
it.
Versus.
No way, I would actually come play Metal Gear on it.
I'd
But-
play Final Fantasy Versus.
Anyways,
Well, you all lose because I'm getting a drum set instead.
Final Fantasy 13 is going to be released in America, day and date, with the PlayStation 3 version.
I'm also so happy that they finally decided to just go ahead and make the main character of Final Fantasy 13 a girl. I mean, they've been trying for so long.
They even gave her Cloud's shirt
I know, it's so wonderful.
and named her what, Lightning?
Really?
I don't
Is that
know
her
what
name?
she's
I think
named.
it's Lightning.
That's well, it would
And
be.
her motorcycle's Shiva.
It's Brad Cloud. It's it's like, what if Brad was Cloud because Brad wants to be a... Oh, you guys don't know Brad. This is going nowhere. Anyway.
But there we
well,
go. I know all the Sony fans are outraged because they're like, "What do you mean? You traitors to Sony?"
Yeah, what's that thing that you
Wah.
were showing me earlier that was terrible?
It's just a fake YouTube video of a guy saying that...
Although he does lots of fake videos.
Yeah,
he did one on Smash Brothers earlier.
Yeah, he does a lot of it, and this one was on Final Fantasy.
The thing
Man.
that was creepy about that guy was I swear back when I used to work at like all the video game stores I used to work at, there were people like that all the time at every single one of them.
Now, it's only coming to 360 in America. Like, it's not coming
Let's just start
360.
with.
Well, I mean, the end of the trailer had the trailer they just released said only for PlayStation 3 in Japan.
Well, the trick is what they're doing is that after it launches in Japan, or they finish it, the PlayStation 3 version in Japan, when they start working on localization, they're going to start working on the 360 version then to make sure it releases in America on time. But by that time, they'll already have it out in Japan. So,
Well, we'll see. And the other thing here is that it only affects Final Fantasy 13. It's not going to affect any of the spin-off series. Final Fantasy 13 Versus being the major one. Of course, that's on hold right now anyway. So
suppose maybe on hold, maybe not.
maybe not.
They announced someone had leaked news that it was on hold. They're like, no, we're just helping on it during our off time. It's Japan. How do they have off time making video games?
Yeah, seriously, when do video game developers get off time?
Like, really? When do Japanese people get off times? Come on. Also, that Microsoft, some really neat things, the partnership with Netflix,
Yes.
where if you have a Netflix account,
and an Xbox Live Gold account.
you can stream Netflix via your 360.
It's instant movie rentals.
For free.
For free. You don't have to. As long
Because
as
you've
you have
already
both-
paid for it.
Yeah, as long as you have both subscriptions, you can simply go, I want to watch this movie now. Is it in the Netflix library that's on Xbox? Yes. Click. I have it. I can watch it.
And that's movies and TV shows.
Yep.
And that's perfectly legal.
Perfectly
Yes.
legal. You don't
What-
save it.
What's really even awesomer is that if, say, I have gold and y'all have gold,
And one of us has Netflix.
Netflix, we can set it up so that while I'm at my house, y'all are at your house, you can host the movie and we can both watch it.
Yep. And we can talk to each other while we're watching it.
Which is really cool. They also released the new Xbox Experience, which is going to replace the blades as far as the dashboard goes on 360.
No, someone pointed out something that I am actually wondering what's going to happen to our blade graphic. Like, we spent money on those, and are they just going to vanish? I mean, it's like...
I'm wondering if maybe they might re-engineer them.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. at
Would
this
it be a
point.
possibility that they would allow users who wanted to keep the blades to keep the blades, and people who wanted the new design to keep the new design?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to force this, from the way they were talking, this is a mandatory update.
Oh.
Now there is, like, you can go into the Xbox guide, which is supposed to be like the refinement of the actual what the blades look like, which you might be able to keep your themes for those.
Yeah.
We're not sure. That's something they haven't really probably even thought through yet.
And then there's the new Mii's. I mean,
Avatars.
Apologize.
Which are Mii's only for the 360, and they look nicer. They look Mii's in high def.
And then someone pointed out to me, Microsoft will have a lot more opportunities to work those avatars into stuff because they do live as a better online platform.
Oh yeah.
And so there's just more places they could use them than in the Wii.
They're also a lot more forward about using them than Nintendo is. Nintendo's kind of sparse with them. They'll use them for like their Wii whatever stuff, like Wii Sports and
Wii
Wii Fit.
Sports, Wii Fit,
Whereas
Wii Music.
Microsoft plans on using these avatars where they can. Like they're in Scene It. They're in their new 360 Primetime.
Yep.
which are doing a live game show type stuff that you can go hop to on Xbox Live. They announced we can actually win prizes and stuff. They've got this movie game where you can see yourself doing. It's like a crazy iToy style Xbox Vision camera game where you can do crazy moves in front of a camera. It's there. I think there's some other ones too.
Yeah,
where they can use avatars. They're really pushing it.
Yeah, they're going to be all over the place. A lot, So Microsoft really had a bomb diggity of a
and that's just
conference.
And that's just a few of the things that they mentioned. You can install your 360 games to the hard drive.
Yep.
All you need is the disc to prove that you own the game, and you can run everything off the hard drive, such that
kind of tying in this to our last topic. Rock Band 2 is a timed Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
It will they didn't announce an exact time frame. My guess is probably a month or two on the PS3 and a few months on the Wii versions of the game.
But yeah, and I'm sure if you go to the various game sites, you can check out more information about what Microsoft announced and stuff. But they
RE5 co-op.
Yeah, RE5 co-op, Fable in October with co-op, Geometry Wars 2 with co-op, lots of co-op. It's looking really cool. I'm really looking forward to the stuff Microsoft's putting out this year.
Microsoft, seems to have realized that their big strength right now is the online platform of Live. Like, Live is the best online service for a video gaming system. So they're really pushing all this co-op stuff because it encourages people to get Live subscriptions and play online with each other. And I think that's great. I mean, just between me and Basil here. Basil lives all the way across town. He's like 30 minutes from me. And it'll be really cool if we can both play Resident Evil 5 together or both play Fable together.
Yeah, it'll definitely save on gas.
Yeah, definitely save on gas right now.
Now, while Microsoft had a really awesome conference, Nintendo and Sony, not so much.
Nintendo...
Oh, Nintendo.
They have just very obviously gone over to the casual gamer. That was who that whole conference was catered to. There was no hardcore gamers showed at all. Or all of the ones that were shown were third party. I mean, it was almost unprecedented. Somebody pointed out this was a conference with no mention of Mario, no mention of Zelda, no mention of Metroid, no mention of Smash, Kirby, Star Fox, Pikmin.
Don't we have some sort of conspiracy theory that it's because they're making a new Kid Icarus game?
The thing that came out right before E3 was there was a big rumor that they were going to announce the Kid Icarus at E3, but the developer, who a lot of people peg as Factor 5,
weren't ready yet. And that was going to be their hardcore gamer game, and they didn't have it. So what we got was Animal Crossing, which in defense... Animal Crossing, which looks good. It has all City Folk,
where there's your town, and then there's a city. And the city is where you all interact together, and there's auction houses and designer clothing stores where you can make designs and sell them to other players. Like, Animal Crossing looks good.
It looks like the new Animal Crossing. It does look good. They also showed off their new Wii Motion Plus adapter.
Yeah, which creates... They claim true one-to-one motion with the Wiimote. From what I saw, it looked very close to one-to-one, but...
We don't know if it really is.
It really is.
They debuted it with Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, which will be the new Wii Sports game.
Pretty much Wii Sports 2. They showed off Frisbee Toss, where you toss a Frisbee and a virtual dog may or may not catch it. What I thought was really cool, the jet ski one.
Jet skiing.
Because it looks like Wave Race with Mii's on top.
Yep. And finally, sword fighting.
Kendo!
Yeah.
It looks like freaking Kendo.
I'm sure it'll be Kendo in Japan, and they call it sword fighting on stage. They showed off a couple of different neat uses of the Wii Balance Board, and it made me really sad because they were in games I really didn't want to play. There was there's a snowboarding game that uses the Wii Balance Board to play it exclusively. There was Wii Music, which we'll talk about in a second, which used used it as a drum pedal, and you could use two. You could both use it as a cymbal pedal and a drum pedal at the same time, which was kind of neat. And so, like we said, next was Wii Music.
Oh God!
And here's a game
Wii
I was
Music.
really looking forward to. I wanted it
when they were first showing off what the Wii might be able to do, and all the first demos. They had a conducting thing, and I wanted the Guitar Hero Rock Band equivalent of conducting for the Wii. That sounded like the most awesomest thing ever. As a guy who does a lot of amateur classical music and stuff, I'm in several choirs. That sounded awesome. It sounded amazing. That is not what we're getting.
Unfortunately, Wii Music looks like
crap.
Well, it looks like Let's Play Pretend Musical Edition. I mean, it literally is. They boast there's like 40 instruments in the game, right? And you're supposed to hold the Wii Remote like you're playing the instrument and randomly push buttons on the Wii Remote to play the song.
Would play it for you.
And the song plays it for you no matter what you push or what motions you make.
And it was the saddest thing ever. They had Shigeru Miyamoto and like 3 other people trying to play a song together, and none of them were in rhythm, so it sounded horrible.
Yeah.
It was just like watching a train wreck from my eyes. And this is the first time I ever thought Shigeru Miyamoto may have missed the mark on a game.
Yeah, this is very obviously his baby. I mean, look, watching him play it, he was having a blast.
Yes.
And I think that this is just one of the first times I've ever seen it where he was just
Swing and a miss.
swinging and a miss on this bad game.
It's sort of, if you ever watch Soul Eater, the episode where Death the Kid and Black start off to get Excalibur, and they meet this fairy. That's where Excalibur is. And this fairy makes a face.
You'll know the face.
You'll know the face. That face is what I feel in my heart about Wii music. A part of me has died inside.
Yeah, it was a very unfortunate conference for Nintendo. I guess Grand Theft Auto coming to the DS.
Yes, but which they didn't actually show anything.
Yes, they did. Yeah, it was really funny. Somebody on the forums we hang out on was like, "So what's Grand Theft Auto DS?" And somebody's response was a logo. Like, what's that look like?
Chinatown Wars. And we didn't say anything about it. And they could have done so much more. They could have given us a couple of sizzle reels. Throw Chrono Trigger on there.
Yeah,
throw the new Kirby that's being made.
New Kirby, new Mega Man.
Wario
Land, Shake. Yeah, no Wario Land, Shake.
They've got games coming out. They just didn't bother to show them in their conference where they're supposed to be showing off all their games. Now, I've heard some people say, well, it's supposed to be a preference conference for the mass media, and it's not really for us. And it's like, all the other conferences have been for us too. So why have they changed it now?
It is for us. You know it is. Everything's for us.
But Nintendo could have done so much better, and maybe their floor show will be okay this year. I mean, they've got a lot of really neat stuff coming out, like we just mentioned. We'll see what happens. Sony is, while I think better than Nintendo's, they had a lot of games, just nothing really interested me at all, except for maybe like Patapon 2.
Yeah, Patapon 2.
Locorolo 2.
Locorolo and Patapon. But
I mean,
did you even have the guy saying anything stupid?
Instead of actually watching the Sony press conference, I took a nap.
Yeah, I did too, actually. Like both of us were like, oh, let's meet back online for the conference. And then
no more pieces of gold like giant enemy crab for this year?
Well, I'm sure Ken said, oh no, 256! Oh
yeah, okay. One of the things they did announce was that Resistance is going to have 256 player online.
Was it Resistance? I thought it was just a new, I thought it was a different IP they didn't name. It was like MAC, Massive Action Combat, and they didn't actually name the game, and like, I didn't think it was Resistance. I mean, I could be wrong. I was reading bullet points on a forum, so...
So was I. Maybe I should read. But some game, they were like, 256 players at once. How in the world are you going to manage that?
Yeah.
That number is just so huge and lucrative that...
Yeah, that sounds, from a player standpoint, like, how am I really going to coordinate with the guy next to me? Like, it's hard enough to get 40 people to work together.
Yeah. They had to cut that down in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, they had to cut that down.
Oh.
And they expect 256?
Now, I know that, I think Resistance was, if it's not Resistance was like 64 players in a match. But what they did was they built a bunch of different squads. And each squad would have different objectives, but the objectives would change depending on how all the other squads were doing. So if, say, Squad A on the same team wasn't doing well, Squad B would get a new objective to help out Squad A for going to do something else.
Which sounds neat.
If they do it right.
But it's not honestly, that's not the kind of game that really appeals to, me. So I guess can't get that enthused about it.
I guess
the 10-second CGI God of War trailer.
10-second CGI God of War trailer. Which at least it took us to give us a CG trailer of Kid Icarus, but whatever. So I think they did a better job than Nintendo.
Do we know for sure that Kid Icarus is coming out even?
We don't.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Everyone did a better job than Nintendo. This was a really, really sad conference out of Nintendo, and I just think they didn't care. I think that this was like, okay, we're going to show the American people our mass media, casual gamer games, and fuck the rest of the gamers who don't really care.
Well, I really think they don't care. I think Japan's is very happy with their casual gaming market in America, and they're even more happy with their gaming market in Japan, and they just don't care.
Well, I think is unfortunately going to have Nintendo think they're setting themselves up for the fall again. Because before the Wii came out and stuff, and the DS was coming out, they were working really hard to make this stuff work. And because they were working so hard, it's one reason why it paid off so well. Now that they're back on top, it seems like they're immediately going back into lazy, I will just do casual stuff mode.
Yeah, like...
And I think it's going to bite them.
They just really have not learned from the humbling experience that was the N64 to GameCube era, or especially the GameCube. You know, don't they understand that when they half-ass shit, it blows up on them? And, you know, if they decide to totally spurn the hardcore gamer, it's going to come back and bite them in the ass. Because I got to tell you something, Nintendo. Like, I've worked with the general public a long time. I'm going on a decade now. I know how a lot of these people think, and they really like your shiny toy right now. But if you try to release a Wii 2 that's basically the same thing, right, nobody's going to give a damn. You know, the novelty will have worn off, and you will be in the exact same position you were in at the end of the GameCube era.
You know, at the end of the conference, we're just like, an era thought this was going to be a fad. And I'm thinking, alright, you've proven it's not a fad, but if you don't sound the ball, you will still fail.
Yeah.
But that's E3, and I'm sure we'll have more ideas and
More
stuff.
stuff. I know the Capcom things tonight, Activision's tonight, Ubisoft.
There's a lot more information E3, and I'm sure we'll talk about it next week.
Well, a random video game thing for me, I discovered another gaming system that I didn't really know was a gaming system when I downloaded Square Enix's new game for my iPod.
Oh yeah, Psalms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Song Summoner.
Yeah. Apparently, according to this game, all of my music sucks, and I should really just put my iPod down and go do something else.
That was a really interesting thing, because they announced it on a Monday and released it on the very next day, on Tuesday.
Like, I don't know whether I like this game or not. On the one hand, Square Enix made it, and so it's pretty, and all the characters are very highly stylized. But on the end, it's also a tactical RPG, so I'm getting my, tactic fix. On the other hand, the wheel just really isn't that great a device to move around the screen with.
Especially on the Nano.
Yeah, like on the Nano, it's hard to see. I bet if I had like one of the giant iPods, and by giant I mean, it's 4 inches long instead of 2 inches long. But I bet if I had one of those Nanos, that it would probably look a lot better than it does on my tiny screen. But as it is, it's on my tiny screen, and I can barely see it. And it constantly tells me that my music is crap, which is odd considering that it's mostly J-pop.
Now, does it just mean it's not very good units, or is it going, your music's crap?
No, it just means that it's not producing very good units. The game does not actually come out and actively insult my music. It just says things like, yeah, go pick an awesome song. And so I go, okay, I'll pick my favorite song. And then I'll load my favorite song. And then I'll look at it, and it'll be like this pathetic little scrawny guy, and the guy will go, oh, that trooper's not too good. I thought I told you to pick out a good tune.
Wow. Well.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of J stuff, while this week was E3, last weekend was Anime Expo, which is, the big anime convention in Los Angeles. Like, it's the biggest anime con in the U.S.
United States.
And apparently they actually, like, a lot of cons are doing worse this year, thanks to probably rising gas prices. Anime Expo, in fact, raised their attendance by 1,500. They're reporting 43,000 paid attendees, compared to 41,500 paid admissions last year. Now, I was looking up, and other sources have changed the numbers here and there, so I'm not sure if these are the actual numbers they are really going to report in the end. But that's what they're saying right now, so...
Conventions are always shady about bloating their numbers. It's hard to really go by that.
But it sounds like it was just as big as it was last year, at the very least.
Okay, fair enough.
And there was, of course, anime cons have anime announcements. What was weird was that one of the big announcements was Persona 4, the latest Shin Megami Tensei game for the PS2, which is about to, I think, now just released in Japan, or is just releasing in Japan. But I really, really like Persona 3. It was my favorite RPG, favorite game of last year. And I'm really looking forward to Persona 4 coming out, apparently December 9th. And so that's going to be really cool. But it was just really weird that, they announced this game, a video game, not at E3, but at Anime Expo. to a full room. They had a 500-person limit, and they totally overexceeded it. So that's going to be really cool. And apparently Bandai has adapted Hayate the Combat Butler, the anime, for they're getting it for America, which I thought was really interesting. Which was a really...
I wonder how that's going to translate.
Poorly.
We'll see. I mean...
Well, most of the jokes are just other anime references, but there's a lot of, like, Japanese...
Hayate the Combat Butler, it's a comedy show in Japan about this butler who protects his lady against all sorts of crazy villains and happenstance.
It's more awesome than it sounds, trust me.
And a lot of the way it does a lot of Japanese humor is usually references. And that's what Hayate excels at. Every episode is always chock full of references.
Sometimes they'll reference 3 things at once. Sometimes they'll reference another anime where that anime was referencing something else in order to reference the initial thing.
One time I think I saw a scene that was both an Initial D, Dragon Ball Z, and a Back to the Future.
Yes.
In, like, the same, like, span of a minute.
Yeah. Like, I think they were riding in the car in Back to the Future in a
horse-drawn carriage.
Yes.
That was drawn by Hayate. He was going so fast, he was going 88 miles per hour, with the trails of fire streaking behind the wheels.
Yeah, it's something that's pretty amazing to
and
behold.
Knight Rider, because he was being followed by Kit.
Hayate is pretty awesome. It has its slow moments, though, and...
Those are unfortunate.
Yes.
Well, sometimes the comedy just doesn't work.
Or doesn't translate well. It's a little bit of both. It's sort of like Speed Racer, where you kind of have to watch Hayate the Combat Butler and expect it to just let it do its thing and not really demand, like... I watched it with the expectations of being a new Excel Saga, and I was disappointed, but when I, came back to it and let it have another go, I was very amused.
So that'll be pretty cool getting that in. And also somebody else is translating the manga of The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
Ooh.
Which is, I think it's been put out by CMX. Thought that was kind of neat. What? There's no obvious boobs or anything in this. So
fuck CMX.
It'll be fine.
You hear that? Fuck them. Fuck them for what they did Tenjo Tenge. Fuck you, CMX.
Now, the big winner in all of this, I think, personally, is probably Funimation. Funimation, first off, got our own high school host club.
Woo!
Come out September.
Which, that'll be cool. And I think they're releasing them in, just box sets of 13 episodes apiece.
Yeah, it's 2 half-season box sets. There's 2, I think $30 is how much they're coming out for.
I'm very excited about that. And
while ADV just recently, lost 30 titles, it's okay, because Funimation picked them all up. Apparently, the ARM Corporation, who owned all the licenses, pulled them from ADV and sold them to Funimation. Which are things like Air Gear and Devil May Cry.
Oh my goddess.
Oh my goddess. Moonlight Mile. Chevalier d'Eon. Canon. Whatever.
Guyver.
It's all sorts of stuff. Project Blue Earth SOS. Just the Wallflowers.
Ooh, the Nariman Daikon brothers. Although ADV was actually doing a really good job with Nariman.
Welcome to the NHK, which is not as good as the books, but it's still good.
And, it was just really interesting that, there you go. So, poor ADV, but go Funimation.
Go Funimation. Don't fuck it up.
Now, one of the big things that was announced, not during Anime Expo, but right before then, was that the largest publisher in Japan, Kodansha, is making their own set of offices to release manga in the U.S. It was reported by ICV2, and apparently they're going to start this up in September. This is kind of important because they own, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Including Mushishi, GTO, and...
Akira, Oh My Goddess, Blade of the Immortal,
Basically,
Ghost in the Shell,
if you're not in
OSMcast.
Shonen Jump, this company probably owns you.
Or a lot of it.
Listen, company, I can't pronounce your name and I don't care. But you keep my Gunsmith Cats and Mushishi mangas arriving at my goddamn comic book store, or Japanese heads are gonna roll.
Now, hold on, because they're not...
Do you mean Japanese eyes are gonna roll?
Same thing.
Now, that said, they're not pulling, all their licenses back. As far as we know, they're only pulling back Akira, and they're going to republish Akira themselves. There's also a lot of things that have expired, like Sailor Moon has expired, that they could be putting out. stuff like Mushishi, I guess with cats, their licenses are still going on and have not expired, and so they'll still be pushing it out. Also, their major partner, Del Rey, are the guys who were putting out Mushishi.
Mushishi, yes.
They still have a very healthy relationship with
I'm watching
Kodansha.
you.
And so they've already announced that they already actually have licensed things for 08 and 09 already set in stone. And they'll be continuing on doing stuff. So it looks like they'll be safe. Now, this is going to be interesting because I've seen a lot of anime companies like ShowPro and Toei and Bandai Visual they were Japanese companies that try and break the American market and failed miserably because they wanted to put Japanese standards on American people, and it didn't work. So
Yeah.
I'm worried that Kodansha might suffer the same fate. I'm not sure. But they can do things like, what's it, Kadokawa? I could have pronounced that wrong. They're the guys who license things like Haruhi, and whatnot. Mm-hmm. What they do is they team up. They don't actually release any things themselves. They team up with actual existing distributors to put it out, like Funimation or Bandai Entertainment. And all their stuff has been really good. So what I think Kodansha should be doing is make sure you realize that the Americans know the Americans better than you know the Americans. Work with Del Rey or somebody to make sure that you put your stuff out correctly at decent prices and, not crap. And funnily enough, both Del Rey and Funimation, Del Rey on the manga side, Funimation on the animation side, both own the rights to Mushishi, which we were originally planning to talk about this week, but the World of Awesome was so
Enormously
awesome and
long.
world
Enormous.
the size of the world itself, if you were. And pretty much it's on podcast. We're going to talk about this next week. So, until next time.
Oh, yeah!
That's kind of
Nice.
stupid.
Do, do,
World of
do,
Awesome
do,
theme,
do,
World of
do,
Awesome
do,
theme,
do,
World
Does
do.
World of
Awesome
Awesome have a theme?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't listen to this thing.
This has been the OSMcast. If you want to learn more about us, or if you liked us, check us out on the web at OSMcast.com and leave a message or a comment in the comment section.
OSMcast. So awesome, only 3 letters can contain it.
Or you can leave us an email at osmcast@gmail.com. Or you can even send us a voicemail at the Awesome Line, area code 206-426-5063.
Bye-bye.